Hello dear students, we are here again together for learning subject social science. It is of standard 7th. Previously we have seen first and second lesson from history and geography. Now let us learn the third lesson, government, from civics. Civics is one of the important subsection of social science. Students who receive civics education can understand the importance of voting and how the government works. That is why civics is important. What is civics? Civics education in a democracy is preparation for sustaining and enhancing self-government. Civics is a study of the rights and duties of citizenship of any country. Civics plays an essential role in strengthening our democratic society, preparing informed citizens and promoting their participation in the welfare of the country. So I hope that you have understood why civics is one of the important subsection of social science. Today we are going to learn chapter number 3, government. Here you can see from the picture that it is a picture of newspapers. In the newspapers we often see the word government. What policies, decisions are taken by government we can see from the newspapers as well as radio and television sets also. So there must be a question in our mind, what is government and what functions does it perform and what is the importance of government. So in this lesson we are going to learn about the same. As we know, every country needs a government to make laws as per the constitution, take decisions and implement them. Government works for the people. What is government? The government is like a managing committee. You can see here in the second paragraph. Government is a managing committee. It works according to the wishes of the people and for their welfare. The government solves economic and social problems. It holds programs for eliminating unemployment and poverty and literacy and related to the health. It makes provisions for the judiciary court. It provides services like transport, post, railways, etc. So here it is the answer that what is government and what work it performs and what are their functions. Here there are some questions in the second paragraph, that where should schools and roads should be constructed, should the rate of different commodities be increased or decreased, how to ensure the electricity is supplied for everyone. Decisions such as there are usually taken by the government. Presently we come to know the situations about COVID-19 or coronavirus. In that, to protect the people of India, every citizens of India, the government takes different decisions related to the lockdown and what duties we should do or what protections we should take to protect ourselves from the disease. So these are the all things that government do. We come to know about the government's work through media, as we told earlier, newspapers, radio, televisions, and nowadays internet is one of the essential services. From that we can come to know about the work of government. Now let us move forward. First of all, the functions of government. As we discussed earlier, the government is like a managing committee. Usually in a democracy, the government works as per the wishes of the people and for their welfare. The government also takes various steps to solve economical and social problems. It is concerned about the nation's economic conditions and problems of poverty, unemployment, literacy and health. It also provides various facilities like making low-priced food grains available through ration shops, assisting during disasters and calamities, establishing educational institutes and hospitals, and runs services like transport, judiciary, post and telegraph, railways, etc. The government also maintains friendly relations with the other countries. So these are the functions of government: to look after different problems of our country, to provide food grains at the very low price for the poor people, to help people in the disasters and calamities, then to establish educational institutions, hospitals, judiciary, transport, telegraph, railways. These are the functions of government, and it also maintains good relations with the other country. Now, why we need government? What is the importance of the government? The government is necessary to ensure that the law is same for everyone. It frames laws and sees that it is implemented by the concerned authorities and the police. What is the importance? From first two lines we can come to know that whatever rules are implemented by the government looks after that rules, that it should be followed by every citizens of the country, and if someone is not following, then the concerned authorities and the police will take care of that. A very important function of the government is to make rules and regulations whenever there is a public gathering. The government thus plays a vital role in maintaining law and order and peace, and also ensures development of the nations. So these are the reasons why government is very essential for every country. Now, government directly cannot work for all the citizens of the country. So there are different levels of government in which it functions. The government is responsible for providing various facilities in different fields. How does the government arrange all this? As we know, India is a vast country. If the administration was centralized, many problems would arise and will cause inconvenience to the local level. Therefore, our government works at three different levels: local level, state level, and national level. It can be asked in one mark question that what are the different levels of our government? We should be able to answer that the government works at three different levels: first, local level; second, state level; and third, national level. Local level government is concerned with the affairs of villages and cities. The local level, that is Gram Panchayat, that looks after the work of villages and cities. State level government deals with the matter of the state level, while the government at the national level is responsible for the work related to the entire nation. We have already studied about the local level and will learn about the state level in the next unit. So these are the two main subsections of government, that is national government, central government or central government or union government, and second one is state government. The government and law. The next point is the government and the law. The government frames laws and they must be obeyed by all the citizens. Law and order is very important for the proper functioning of the government. The government has the authority to make as well as to implement laws. There is one example given, that is, you must have a ticket while traveling by train. If you are caught traveling without a ticket, you have to either pay penalty or to go to jail. This is one of the rule or law passed by the government. To travel in government trains or government buses, we need to buy a ticket, and if we are caught without ticket, then we need to pay penalty or we might be sent to the jails also. Even though the government may work lawfully, in case citizens feel that laws are not being executed properly, they have the right to raise their voice or even go to the court. The court can order the government to take appropriate measures. If you feel that something is not done properly or some policies are not framed properly in which the citizens are in a loss, then we may appeal against the government in the court, and the court will give proper guideline to the government. We have seen three different levels of government. Now let us see the organs of the government. It works at different levels, but there are some categories of government that what category government should do their concerned work. You must have realized that the organization responsible for the proper functioning of the country is known as government. What is government? The organization of responsible people for proper functioning of the country. It is a government. Therefore, the government is an essential organ of the nation and has to perform various functions. The government frames acts and laws and ensure their proper execution. It sees to it that the law is suitably interpreted and implemented and also ensures the justice is done. The three arms of the government are: number 1, legislate; number 2, to execute; and number 3, that is impart justice. These are the three different organs of the government. Now, first of all, the arm that frames the laws is known as legislature, which comprises the Vidhan Sabha, and then that which laws is known as a legislator. This is the first arm of the first organ of the government, that this section looks after the work of how the laws are framed. It is called as legislator. Second part, the laws which are implemented by the legislator, that which executes the law is called as executive. First one is legislator, second one is executive, that looks after the execution of the laws. The arm which works towards the implementation of justice is called as judicial, and it takes action against the offenders. So these are the three organs of the government. As we discussed about the three organs, it may be asked in 2 or 3 mark questions that what are the organs of the government. In that we can answer that there are 3 organs of the government: legislator, who frames the laws; executive, that executes the laws; and third, the arm which works towards the implementation of justice is called as judiciary, and it also takes actions against the offenders or the culprits. Let us move forward. India is a vast country made up of unions of different states. The Constitution has made India into a union of states for the smooth functioning of the administration. As per the Constitution, that all the states of the country has different state governments, and all the state governments are handled by the national government. Thus, India is a federal state. It is also asked that why India is a federal state. It is because there is a union of states in India that provides the system to work or to function smoothly for the administration. It is not only one state, it is a matter of number of states. This means that the government functions at 2 levels: central level and state level. The government at the national level is called central or union government. The government which works from the center or from the nation, all over the nation, that is union government or central government. It looks after the administration of whole country. The government at the state level is called state government. So there are two different types of government: union government, other name is union government, central government or national government, and the second one is state government. The legislative body of an Indian state may have one or two houses. The lower house is known as Legislative Assembly and the upper house is known as Legislative Council. As we know that we have two different parliaments, that is Vidhan Sabha and Lok Sabha. The lower house is known as Legislative Assembly and the upper house is known as Legislative Council. The government is also part of state government. The state government of Gujarat has only the lower house, that is Legislative Assembly, and most of the other states, they do not have a Legislative Council. Here you can see from the picture. First of all, state government. It may be of any state: Gujarat, Punjab, Bengal or Maharashtra. Then governor. Governor is one of the most important person of the state. It is called the first person of a state also. Then the three different organs of government. First, legislative body, which has Legislative Assembly and Legislative Council, where laws are framed. Second organ, that is executive body. Chief Minister of the state and the Council of Ministers looks after the second organ, that is executive body. They look after how the laws which are framed, they are implemented. And third, judiciary. It is related to the justice. There are high courts, state court and different other courts. Judiciary, high court, district court or taluka courts. So this is how the government works. So I hope that this basic detail about the government, you must be clear about that. In short, we can revise the lesson as the government is a managing committee which works for the people and it works according to the wishes of the people. It solves economical and social problems. Then it also looks after the problems like poverty, unemployment, health, etc. It also looks after the services like transport, post, railways for the smooth functioning of the country, which frames laws and looks after the laws that it should be followed by all the people. The government plays vital role in maintaining law and order and also ensures the development of the nation. In our country, the government acts at three levels: local level, national level and state level. Everybody has to follow rules and regulations framed by the government. If we are caught not following the rules, then we may be sent to jail or we may have heavy penalties. Then we understood about the three different organs of the government. The law-making body of the government, that is Legislative Assembly. The implementing body is known as Executive Committee, and third, which functions for imparting justice, that is judiciary. The government at the national level is called as central government or union government, and second one is state government. In every state of India, the legislative body has one or two houses. The lower house is called Legislative Assembly. The upper house is called Legislative Council. The governor is a part of state government. We have in Gujarat only the lower house, the Legislative Assembly. In most of the other states also, they do not have Legislative Council. So this is what This is what we learn in third lesson. Thank you very much.